Good morning everybody and welcome to the vlog. How's the start of your day? I hope it really is truly incredible. I'm going to actually get my girl Pepper out here because we're about to move over to the new Reptarium, as you guys know, by the way, 3 days away from install. But Pepper needs a little bit of work because you can see she immediately just opens her mouth. It's okay, Pepper. Oh, there you go, bud. There you go. Here you go. There you go, Pepper. There you go. Oh, whoa, Jace, whoa. Pepper. Calm. Whew. I tell you what. That's a feisty little monkey, and I work with Salt all the time. So I'm going to be working with Pepper more. Now, do I think Pepper is going to be able to come out and hang out with people? Probably not so much. But I'm wondering if I could do some other training with Pepper. And one-handing is definitely difficult with this little monkey right here. Maybe we could do some training where we can get her to actually station and open her mouth and do some kind of cool alligator tricks, if you know what I mean. Probably not going to be a handling animal, but definitely need to put some work into training with this little monkey because one day it's going to get pretty big, and I cannot wait to show you guys how this gator enclosure turned out. It is going to be so ridiculous. Time to feed Bowser. He's been out luring with that mouth open, that tongue going and stuff like that. Amazing animal. I love him to death. I'm going to try actually some chicken today. Something I really hardly ever give him, to be honest with you. But again, lots of varying diets. It's always good and healthy for the animals. So let's see if he's going to want to go for us. There you go, buddy. He's amazing. Of course, alligator snapping turtles are one of the largest turtles in North America. Absolutely amazing animals. They range all the way from Missouri all the way down Louisiana into Texas. And of course, they can get like a couple 100 pounds and live a couple 100 years. I mean, these guys are truly amazing, and Bowser's great. And that varying of diet is really good for him to continue going because he typically goes off of food during the winter, but all winter long, he's just been crushing food. Come on, RJ. Come on, over here, bud. Come on, up here. There you go, bud. There you go, buddy. RJ's awesome. It's cool having a pet alligator, you know. And by the way, there's a storm front coming through just here in the next couple hours. Supposed to get a bunch of snow. Not a ton of snow, but a couple inches of snow. But that means one thing, right? Well, it means a couple things. But the one thing it means is a lot of breeding when it comes to pythons and boas. And that's right. We had 12 lockups today with the ball pythons, which is absolutely incredible. A lot of females are starting to really grow, as I know. And also stuff like spotted pythons and everything else is breeding really well. So that is really cool. But that also means that we're going to have some weather for the install of the Reptarium. I was a little concerned about it, but actually it's supposed to snow today, tomorrow, and the next day. The good news is that the day that we're installing is supposed to be clear, but the night before we're supposed to get like 3 inches of snow. That's just, I guess, the way it goes. Hopefully it all works out. We actually have a shipment that should be here anytime from our friends over at Zoo Med. They definitely hooked us up. I'm excited. Look at, I've got a pallet of stuff. Actually, my friends over at Zoo Med really hooked me up with a bunch of stuff. And I tell you what, it is so amazing when a company like Zoo Med gets behind a project, you know, a vision like this, and believes in me. This is the second time that Zoo Med has actually supported us like this. When we opened the first Reptarium, they sponsor us there too and sent all of the electrical stuff, the lights, the light bulbs, all that stuff they sent as a sponsorship free thing. And I just can't thank them enough. I mean, how absolutely amazing to have a company that would be willing to believe in my message here enough to send all of this stuff to me. I mean, this is going to just save a ton of money in the budget, right? And I cannot thank them enough. I mean, what an amazing company. And I tell you what, Zoo Med has been great to the reptile hobby as a whole for the last 25 years or whatever. They're always there to kind of support everything, whether it's USR, whether it's the reptile shows, the auctions, all that stuff. So let's go ahead, get all this stuff inside and see what they sent. They're both eating, yay! Here you go, buddy, you can have this one. That's awesome that these guys are all eating. The only one that hasn't eaten yet is this guy. I don't know why he's not. You want some, bud? There he goes. There he goes. There you go, bud. So it's absolutely awesome. All of the turtles are now eating. All 4 heads of the 2 headers and the conjoined twin, and then of course the snow slider is eating well. So fish definitely did the trick with these guys. Let's see what they sent us, guys. Again, it's just really unbelievably humbling for me that they would do this and send us all this stuff. I mean, it's amazing. I've had kind of a working relationship with Zoo Med for, gosh, I don't know, maybe 15 years or so. So they have always been just absolutely amazing to us. Let's see what we have here. Okay, we just have some REPTILE suns and some hoods and stuff like that. So we have these 10.0 Uvb bulbs that we're putting on all the enclosures. Of course, these are actually some of the hoods that we'll be using. And let's see what we got here. It's always exciting, you know what I mean? It's like to start to see that these things are coming together is just amazing. Again, these are all just some more of the hoods that will be going on the top of them with UVB light and stuff like that. These are actually T5s right here. So we got all of those right there. Then these are some of the hoods that will have the incandescent lights in them. And these can have UVB bulbs as well as the heat lamps. So these are on like all our skyscrapers and stuff like that. And we do have a few more of the kind of cages that are gonna need that. The only small cages in here. So they sent us a whole box of these. Of course, down here, we have domes that are gonna be really important for us because we have a lot of cages that are gonna have a lot of domes for basking lights, because what's happening now is because the cages are so deep, they're gonna need more basking lights, right, to get that heat down there. So we have some just kind of deep dome fixtures right here that Zoo Med sells. We have these deep dome fixtures like this that we can put either UVB lights in there, or we can put big basking lights. That's gonna really push the heat down, because again, when you're talking about 6 and 7 foot tall cages, you need lots of heat to penetrate. So that's awesome. Again, more terrarium hoods that are gonna be the T5s, which are gonna go on every cage, because we're gonna do UVB on all, even snake cages get UVB. These look like they're just the basking lights. These are 150 watt basking lights that we're gonna start with, and hopefully these will be enough to put down that 85 to 95 degree hot spot. Of course, there's going to be some like monitors that need 105 or 110, so we'll have to go with bigger basking lights, but these are going to be perfect right here, 150 watts. It's going to be a good start for a bunch of stuff. More REPTILE sun bulbs right here, some more domes right here. So Zoo Med hooked us up, man. I mean, that's a lot of lights and a lot of fixtures that they sent to sponsor the Reptarium. I cannot thank them enough. And again, I'm going to put a link in the description. Go show them some love on their Instagram, on their Facebook, stuff like that. Tell them I sent you, and tell them how appreciative you are for helping me make my dreams come true here at the Reptarium. Guys, it's pretty cool. There's actually a pair of children's pythons that are locked up right here, but what's interesting is they're under the paper, so you can actually look from underneath and you can literally see the hemipenes actually locked in right there. You can see right there where the male and the female are locked together. You can see the male's hemipenes actually inserted. That is pretty awesome. You don't get a chance to see that very often from the beneath like this, so just have to share it with you guys. And sure enough, it's been snowing for the last hour or two, and the window guys are actually here to take the windows off and replace the decals, but guess what? They could take them off, but they can't put the new ones on because it's too cold and snowy. And although we don't have the window decals on because it's too cold and snowy out here, it is awesome to finally have all the tattoo stuff off. So now people actually realize there is an expansion going on here with the Reptarium, because a lot of people are like, oh, you're taking over the tattoo shop? And I'm like, yeah, it's been gone for a while, but regardless, windows are off, clean. Next week it's supposed to warm up a little bit and they'll put the decals on and then it'll look awesome out here. I'm with Jessica, which can only mean one of a handful of things. Today it means
a little hatchling.
Oh my gosh, a little gargoyle gecko.
So tiny.
This is, who is this from?
This is out of Ghostface and Nosferatu. It's the same pairing as the last one.
Oh, the same pairing as the last one. This one doesn't seem, this one doesn't seem to have hardly any pattern though, huh?
No, the other one that hatched out, it probably will gain a little bit of pattern.
Okay.
The other one that hatched out's like an orange blotch. got a little warm or something.
Okay, so warmer gets it. They'll hatch a little
early.
smaller.
Well, they'll hatch earlier, so they'll be a little smaller, which is fine. He's doing
It's
good.
got such a cute little face on it, though, doesn't it?
It's got like the short face. So actually, with gargoyles, there are mainlands and there are pineails, and the pineails will have like a longer alligator face.
Okay.
And then mainlands have a shorter.
Oh my gosh, it's so cute. Well, we're gonna go ahead and put him in this little thing here. There you go, buddy.
There you go.
Give it a little spray down. Got a little food in there, so it is all set. So awesome! I tell you what, I love little baby geckos, and of course, there's 2 eggs, so I'm sure the other one will be hatching anytime. And again, I can't thank Zoo Med enough. You know, all these skyscrapers and all the enclosures, lighting, and everything like that came from Zoo Med for the first Reptarium, and now they're supporting the expansion of the Reptarium. So it really is awesome to have a company that does care. I mean, there's not a lot for them to benefit, to be honest with you. I mean, they're just kind of supporting me, and that is absolutely incredible. So again, I'll put the links in the description to their social media and all that type of stuff. Go over there, tell them I sent you, and that you appreciate them supporting us in the Reptarium for me to be able to continue to fulfill my dreams. So guys, they're all together here starting to make the jewelry for the gift shop next door. Again, these are all the sheds from you know, Daisy, Peppa, all that type of stuff, and they're just kind of experimenting with making cool pendants and all kinds of different stuff. So and Lori's drinking wine, so what could possibly go wrong? No shirt in his underwear. Driving down the road in his underwear. And I'm like, stop at the store with my shirt on. And he's still sweating. No.
Because he was doing something.
So I went to a UFC fight and I bought a UFC shirt. Well, the next morning, we walk into the lobby. It's pretty early in the morning, and Dana White is standing there alone, just by himself. I walk up to Dana and I'm like, dude, you know, it's so good to meet you. Love the UFC. And he saw my shirt, obviously. He's like, did you go last night? Yeah. And he treated us like we were the most important people. Just so with the podcast, and actually a bunch of the crew were up here making the jewelry stuff. Turned out so dope. Take a look at this right here. You obviously have, you know, all kinds of different Ice, Peppa, Sunrise, Bella, Nova. I mean, all these things. They look so good. You guys did a cracking job. I mean, that is absolutely amazing. This is super cool. Look at that. Got Joker's face in there. That is so dope. That came out good, right, Larry?
Oh my God, way better than I ever pictured. Like I think it's really cool, and I hope people like them.
Yeah, and they're personalizing the fact that you guys made them, and they're our animals. I mean, how cool is that?
We had a blast making them.
That's so cool. You guys did so good. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you could do me a favor, I started a new podcast channel over the last few weeks. Right over here, you can subscribe to it. It's called Checking In. I think you guys will like it. Over here, you can run through an entire playlist of vlogs to keep you guys busy. You know what that means. Over here, you can subscribe to the vlog channel. Turn those post notifications on. Have a wonderful day. And remember to be kind to someone. I promise I'll see you guys tomorrow.